Christopher Nolan's reign as the best filmmaker alive is over. The glazing ends with the Odyssey.
So what do you think? Does it come in black?
I've been a big fan of Nolan's ever since Batman Begins. As I got older, I watched all of his films and really found myself loving them despite their flaws. But then you got to Oppenheimer and the cracks were really showing. What I thought was one of his weakest films wins a damn Oscar, and now we've got the biggest pile of woke trash, the Odyssey.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Why? Nolan went full progressive and diverse with this bullshit in here. If I was Greek, I'd be f***ing furious, and the fact that I'm not, I'm still pissed. Shit, I think I look more Greek than the chocolate cakes in here. And it's crazy to say this, but it's the worst Nolan film I've watched in all my years. And this is coming from someone who's loved his shit, but this shit needs a f***ing kick in the ass!
I'm so excited to see this film.
Shut up, bitch!
Nolan really lived by the words,
you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
The Odyssey marks what could have been an immersive epic adventure, but it turned into a DEI-filled film that loses any sense of immersion under Nolan's pretentious ass bullshit storytelling.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
He tries to come off as this smart cookie, but all he did was take a story that could have just been linear, and all he did was throw in some bullshit flashbacks to make his structure come off as intellectual, when in fact it's a bunch of crap that makes you wish this 152-minute small-scale epic disaster would go bye-bye, turn it off.
It's nothing like seeing a movie shot on film.
Shut up, bitch!
There's also no hook in this movie, and it's something that Nolan usually nails in the first 10 minutes, but instead we got Travis Scott banging a damn stick.
Would you stop with the damn drumming?
Well, I'm sorry. I just was really getting into your story.
After the Trojan War, Odysseus is trying to remember his bullshit memories after Calypso drugs his ass with these lotus flowers for 7 ass years. Then Telemachus believes his father is alive and he's been
Pining for a daddy you didn't even know.
The only ones pining for this film are all the Glazers with half a brain cell.
I bet you take it off the f***ing ass, bitch. Dumbass.
Meanwhile, the suitors want to plow Penelope's dry-ass taco.
That world is gone.
Because she's been alpha widowed, not knowing if Odysseus is alive. But her house is taken over by a bunch of multicultural suitors who are just a bunch of pieces of shit that want to tap that ass, even though it'd be starfish at best. While Odysseus gets his memories back and Antinous devises a plan so he can take out Telemachus and get some dried ass Botox taco.
Yeah, boy.
So essentially, trying to get home once again, just in the shittiest way possible, in the Odyssey. And to anyone who criticized Troy, you need to apologize, because that movie destroys whatever disaster this shit was. The negatives, the whole damn movie is a damn negative. Throw it in the trash bin. Ludwig's score was absolute ass, and so was his Sinners score. If homie wins an Oscar for this trash, you know how cooked Hollywood is. At this point, they've been barbecuing films until they're ashes. You think an epic score would fit this film? But nope, this was just
Dog shit.
Even that ass rapping song at the end was shit. Tenet I could actually get behind because it involved an actually good score, but this was just ass. I wanted to put wax in my ears instead of hearing those ass sirens of chocolate cakes.
Oh, damn. It's the Nicholas.
The pacing was so damn boring, it made you excited for the ending, so the credits could actually hit. And even then, the credit music was so ass, you couldn't wait until the screen was actually black.
Shit just got real.
Troy's runtime was 196 minutes for his director's cut for a simp adventure.
I love her. And I'll die fighting.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
And it's still a better paced film over this 152-minute small-scale epic, The Odyssey. And how the hell does that even happen? No idea, but Nolan's story structure is only there to make you realize it should have just been a linear ass film. The dialogue at times just didn't come across as natural. It's far too modern for the time period, but I guess that makes sense since we got the cast of "Hey buddies, chocolate cakes and chopsticks and some mochas and some damn crackers and it also had a decent amount of exposition in the dialogue that wasn't needed. They didn't need to tell the audience so much about what was happening. We saw the damn visuals. The acting was extremely questionable at times. Anne Hathaway got too much face work. She was trying so hard to move her cheeks and mouth that her acting came off as theater acting at best.
Do you think life goes back to the way it was? That world is gone.
The best cinematic experience.
Shut up, bitch!
Tom Holland was okay, but again, he's just playing Tom Holland Peter Parker trying to be serious. And Matt Damon is... Then we had Himesh Patel as the Indian boy saying he's Greek. That shit was laughable at best, especially next to his chocolate cake bro.
What's up, my nigga?
What was this garbage even? Don't even call yourself Greek at all. Shit was so goddamn stupid. I honestly couldn't believe how big of a role this Indian boy got. But it was substantially large and it was just laughable. And Travis Scott is in here just banging a damn stick instead of picking some chocolate for the chocolate cake factory. Helen of Chocolate Cake plays two ass roles in here. Agamemnon's wife and Helen of
The Negress. Does it come in black?
Why is she in two roles? Oh, I don't know. Maybe some DEI bullshit so Nolan can win a shitty ass fruity awards.
So we can experience this immersive.
Don't you exercise your right to shut the f up?
The fact that Menelaus, played by John Bernthal, who plays John Bernthal,
No. Wait.
says to his chocolate Helen, "That's the face that launched 1,000 ships," and that made me go,
Hey yo, what the f?
are you kidding me? Ain't no way that face launched any ships. I'm sure the soldiers would rather drown besides the chocolate cake Greeks in this film. Ellen Page, not Elliot Page, cause it's a biological female who mutilated her body over a mental delulu-ness. She plays Sinon, and this character is supposedly a great soldier from what Odyssey says, and honestly, it was just useless. Why is that thing in here? DEI purposes. They tried to make this character be important to the whole story and dramatize it, but no one really gave a shit. Antinous was supposed to go to Troy, but gave it to Sinon because Antinous was an absolute coward. And this fruitcake with added nuts had to go to Troy and show that she had some balls. And there's other actors in here like Zendaya, who plays Zendaya, trying this emotional take the entire film.
There's so much pressure, I think I can only imagine to...
Shut up, bitch!
I don't buy that shit at all with her playing Athena. Chick ain't even hot, but Tom Holland, the cock boy, can simp for her. And why is there an Asian chopsticks boy on this ship? Shit was multiculturalism the boat. This movie was the least immersive film ever. The illusion's worse off for the sake of diversity. If there's anything I'd say they needed, it's a few more takes or, reshoot this entire ass film. The biggest thing about this film is the casting is so terribly done that most movies I called out this year look like damn masterpieces by comparison with their casting. This has got to be the biggest slap ever to anyone who was ever interested in these stories. The costumes, I thought they were okay for the multicultural Greeks here. The rest were pretty rough. Agamemnon was looking like goddamn Batman, never revealing his face with the cleanest outfit ever. And I didn't know they had dry cleaners 3,000 years ago. Agamemnon just aura farmed like the boss the entire film. He didn't do much at all besides get the bye-bye turn off from his chocolate cake queen. The Trojans' costumes are so clean looking like the Court of Owls, going, "Ooh." And that shit was so damn stupid. I don't know what the hell these people were smoking, but they were smoking a lot of crack and DEI bullshit. For what was supposed to be a really dirty time period, they should have been filthy as fuck. But nope, Nolan loves it clean, cause he's a bitch! The Trojan horse was way too clean and modernized. No way those folks made something like that in a short amount of time and made it pristine as hell. The one from the movie Troy made way more sense. At least it actually looks authentic and they literally just slapped something together. The story itself was pretty much a goddamn disaster. Anyone who knows the source material knows they missed out on a few things here. But you know, Nolan didn't care about that. He only cared about making a progressive and diverse film so he could win his precious awards. And they completely glossed over the sirens. You could barely see what those bitches even looked like. And the amount of feminization in this film was way too goddamn high. Helen of Chocolate Cake would have been bitch slapped back to Africa for over talking. But Menelaus pusses out and doesn't put her in her place. Penelope Botox Queen says she doesn't want another man on the throne and blah 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 cause she's the damn queen, and basically throws her own son Telemachus under the bus cause she thinks he's a weak ass bitch. Then Cersei the witch goes on about how men are greedy and pigs and shit, and you're just thinking, man, oh man, it's just again making men look like pieces of shit more and more. Even though this bitch turning these folks into actual pigs and then slaughtering them to feed them to soldiers, and you just can't make this shit up at all. The action throughout was solid, but the ending where Odysseus reveals himself after stringing his bow and shooting the arrow through the hammers was just really silly. It almost became a damn comedy. After the initial part where the suitors came after him and Antinous was just a coward just telling people to grab weapons and shit, it was just hilarious. They could have just ganged up on Odysseus and killed his ass, but they all pussed out. It just seems so unrealistic. It just seemed goofy as fuck. And I'd honestly say there's something about the character development that doesn't really develop with a lot of these characters. I'd only say Telemachus and Odysseus really do. They really are the only ones that go through character arcs in here. Everyone else is just vanilla ice cream. Even then it seems rather soulless. There's not enough emotional weight to the film versus a film like Troy, where there's a real honor, loyalty, and glory. Every move in that film is a tragedy and you can feel it in your soul. This film, on the other hand, is soulless with DEI written all over it, and it lacks the life a story like this deserves. The positives, the cinematography was well done like every Nolan film and is great to look at. Never had an issue with it whatsoever, but then you look at Troy 2004 and I'd say that's a better looking film than this disaster. The witch scene with Cersei was probably one of the best scenes as she turns those fools into pigs. That shit was straight out of a damn horror movie, and it was actually really good. And I really enjoyed that scene with the tense conversation after with Odysseus and Cersei, where she had no choice but to turn the multicultural Greeks into humans once again. And I didn't mind the Cyclops scene, but damn, it was probably the only one they spent the most time on, and it was solid, but nothing crazy good either. You're just like, okay, that's cool, I guess. And I would say Charlize Theron as Calypso was actually half decent. Honestly, kind of surprised to say that. The scenes in there were pretty solid, honestly. The way John Lotakaman's character Eumaeus just yeets some dogs off a cliff was absolutely wild, and then the burning of the dead dogs was just crazy. And at least I'll give Nolan some credit for doing some unhinged shit in this one. When the film heads toward its ending, after Odysseus leaves Calypso for some dried up Botox queen, that's where you could tell it started to flow a lot better. And as Odysseus becomes a supposed beggar, he meets up with Telemachus, his son, and saves his ass. And I do think it gets stronger there, but by the end you're thinking, fuck, I can't wait for this shit to end. The underworld scene was good, but once Sin on that fruitcake with added nuts shows up, it just gets stupid.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
At least Agamemnon shows up and tells him how he wasn't celebrated when he got back home, and he was killed by his chocolate queen. So at least he tells Odysseus, don't f it up. Then you got Nolan's pretentious ass monologues and bullshit by the end that Troy was a sense of regret for Odysseus, and that they basically slaughtered a bunch of folks at Troy for a chocolate cake queen that apparently launched 1,000 ships. Ain't no way. And honestly, if I were making this epic film, I'd go see what the Greeks want and cast a bunch of Greek folks, because at least I tried to respect the story and their culture as much as possible. But obviously Nolan didn't give two about that, and it's honestly a disgusting film.
Does it come in black?
If you're not gonna respect the culture, then what's the point of making this garbage movie? Oh, it's for propaganda uses, so everyone can normalize themselves and think this bullshit casting is okay. I gotta say, it's honestly nice seeing different cultures represented in films, but Nolan the cuck would disagree here.
Black.
It's literally like casting Nelson Mandela as a white dude. That shit would not be okay. Or, you know, saying the samurai were a bunch of white dudes. That makes no sense at all. And this shit was so beyond stupid that I will never watch the Odyssey DEI adventure ever again. This shit was straight trash! And I can't wait to see whatever disaster this shitty director makes for his next film. Maybe it'll be a bunch of samurais that are all chocolate cakes and females. Who knows? And they'll be feminists as well. Because no one likes to feminize everything now.
It's a long-held dream, finally.
Shut up, bitch!
Overall, this movie gets a 3 out of 10 for being an absolute joke of a small, epic, woke-ass adventure. Nolan's pretentious bullshit in this film is what truly makes the lack of immersion, paired with the worst casting decisions ever made in film history. This was the trashiest movie of the year, and this really is the downfall of Nolan's career. With the release of this film, Nolan's reign of being the best filmmaker is finally over. The glazing ends with this film. So this woke-ass shit gets the bye-bye, turn it off!
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
So what do you think? Does it come in black?
I never said thank you.
And you'll never have to.
Everything burns.